name is Kelly Dale, and this is your Must Know Monday for Monday, January the 18th. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Hope you guys are enjoying your day so far. If I had to name this Must Know Monday, I will name it How to Price Your Jewelry Part 2. A couple of weeks ago when I did my video on how to price your jewelry, I did get a couple of questions that I thought needed to be addressed. The main questions were how, even though I did semi-talk about it, they were how do you figure out the price when you use seed beads? I had one person even ask me, were they supposed to count every single bead in their seed bead tube? I hope that you did not do that, because that is not what I would do at all. You will lose your mind trying to count all these little beads. So I've tried to come up with a really good way to show you how I count my beads, how I price these when I use them in a project. When we use these, and when I pour them out actually on my bead mat, I use the little cap that comes on the tube. And I pour my beads into the little cap and pour that out onto my bead mat. And I keep up with how many little capfuls of beads that I've used. This helps me determine the price. So let me show you an example. So I've tried to do some of the work for you. If you can see here on my spreadsheet, I've got seed beads, a 2-inch tube, a 5-inch tube. A 2-inch tube is what we package our size 15 seed beads in. Also, the 2-inch tube is what your regular like size 11 delicas will come in, is that 2-inch tube. So for a 2-inch tube, when you are counting size 15 seed beads, you are going to get 7 capfuls of these beads. Same thing with the size 11 delicas. Now, when you get into the size 11 seed beads, we sell those in a 5-inch tube. I've already counted it out for you. In a 5-inch tube, you get 19 capfuls of beads. So whether that be a size 11, a size 8, or a size 6 seed beads, you will get about 19 capfuls. Now this is how that works. You will take the price of the tube. So my price here is $3.50 for a 22 gram tube, a 5-inch tube of beads. So what I'll do, if I can pull it up here to show you, I know that my tube was $3.50. We'll move it down here so you can see it. So my tube was $3.50. I'm going to divide that by 19 capfuls of beads. And that will tell me that I have 18.42 cents in 1 capful of beads, which is basically, if you wanted to round that, you could say you had 18 to 19 cents in 1 capful of beads. So if you use, say, 3 capfuls, multiply that by 3, and you get 55 cents is what you would have if you use 3 capfuls of beads. The same thing would be true for, say, your size 15 seed beads. Okay, so this tube here that I'm going to use is $2. So if I take the $2 and I divide that by 7 capfuls, because that's what I've got there, that's going to tell me I've got 28.5 cents in a tube of beads, which basically is 29 cents. Now say I used 4 of those 7 capfuls, I'm going to have $1.14 in my beads. The one thing that I would be aware of is in your super duos, any specialty bead, like a super duo, a quadratile, a mini duo, I would be sure to count my beads. So I know for us, a super duo 8 gram package, which comes in a 2-inch tube, like we use a 2-inch tube to measure it out, normally you're going to have 85 to 90 beads in there, give or take. So I basically put 90 beads. So what happens is, if you have, say your package is $2, you divide that by your 90 beads. Do that again. Divided by 90 tells me that I have 0.02 cent in a bead. So say I use 36 of those beads then that's going to be 80 cents is what I'm going to have used in those super duos. So what I've done is I've updated the spreadsheet. The one that I did a couple of weeks ago. So that way you can actually take and you can figure up. I've already figured it up for you. All you have to do is figure up how many quadriles, mini duos, whatever, and that will help you with your pricing for your seed beads. Now, if they come on a hank of beads, you might have to price it a little differently. You might have to say, if there's 6 strands on a hank, divide the price by the 6 strands, and that gives you your price of your seed beads. So I hope this clears up the confusion on how to price your beads when they come in a tube, or price your seed beads, I guess I should say. One thing that might be really helpful for you is to take a Sharpie, and when you purchase a brand new tube of beads, go ahead and figure up the pricing per capful and write it actually on the tube or on the little bag that it comes in or whatever. Then you automatically know, no matter how many capfuls you use at one time, like if you use them on today's project and you don't come back for 4 months and use them on another project, you're going to know how much you're going to have per capful of beads. Now, if you are particular, you can even divide it down into the how many beads you have in a capful. But if you do that, we just won't go there. So, anyways, there you go. I hope that clears up the confusion, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be sure to come back Thursday for a new video, and you have a great week. Bye-bye.